With stagnant wages and surging real estate prices, and attorneys offering up some advice to renters feeling the squeeze. Desmond Saunders has more in tonight's Consumer Choice Report.
I see that we had an amendment in 2006. However, it does not fully reflect the state of affairs at this time, the current economic situation that many Bahamians find themselves in. So renters may be faced with rising rent costs, whereas the landlords are faced with property taxes now that the properties are now being required to be registered and real property tax bills have been coming out, as well as mortgages that they may need to be covering with those rent fees.
The Rent Control Act governs how much rent could be charged for certain dwelling houses whose value does not exceed a specified threshold. Two-bedroom apartments once rented for $500 now range between $1,500 and $2,000.
Well, specifically looking at the valuation of properties and the limit in which, or the amount set as the limit for which landlords can charge for those premises. So we do have a number of older homes. Is the value still the same, or because there's such a shortage of property or rental properties now, does it mean now because of the demand, the value of those properties are now increased, whereas the building itself is not being brought up to current standard or not being properly maintained?
With growing concerns over affordability for Bahamian families, attorney Wendon Miller-Frazier making these recommendations for tenants.
With regard to the rental costs and renters and landlords currently in agreements, make sure that whenever you're looking at rising rent costs, you have adequate notice from your landlord before you go ahead and pay those funds. You may be putting yourself at a disadvantage by satisfying that fund.
Understanding your rights as a renter is key. Seek proper advice from an attorney if necessary, and document all communications between landlord and tenant. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.